Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel Med Lovers. My name is Anastasia Anisimova and I'm currently a second year medical student in St. George's University. And I am that Blondie in medicine who was born in a third world country, and as of today I almost halfway through the med school in United States. Okay, if you're interested right now, I'm gonna share my personal medical journey, how I came to the United States and become at the position where I am right now. Okay, please follow my Instagram, and also if you like this video, please thumbs up and also subscribe to this channel. Okay, let's start. Today I have a couple of licenses like kind of in my collection. I have license that I'm a medical assistant. Also I am registered professional nurse in New York specifically, and right now I'm studying to become a medical doctor in the United States. Let's begin my journey. I was born in Uzbekistan. It's a country in Central Asia, and we have a little bit different rules there. We have 9 grades high school, which after that you have to decide you have to choose the college where you would like to go and choose a profession for you. For example, in the United States, the colleges will not give it to you profession. Actually, they will give you just a bachelor degree in science, in biochemistry, or something like this, in the art. But in my country, the college give it to you profession exactly. For the specific profession you have specialty, you have to choose the specific college. For example, if you would like to be a nurse, you have to go to nursing college. If you would like to be accounting, you have to go to the business college and all this stuff. When I was 15 years old, I was almost finishing my 9 grades, 8-9 grades, something like this, and I have to decide which area should I go. I was like, I more personally would like to go to a business area, something like this, and like I didn't know actually what I would like to do at that specific point. Listen, like at 15 years old, no one's know what they would like to do in their life, right? 10 years ago, I first time came to United States to visit my uncle and aunt, who is still living here, and my aunt, she's working as a registered nurse. She just actually told me everything about the medicine in the United States, how to be a nurse, what I have to study, and all this stuff. And like she kind of turned me to that pathway. And when I came back from the United States, I definitely decided that I will choose my medicine pathway. And I sent the application to the medical college. I applied to nursing program because it's the only program which you can evaluate here in the United States. Finally, I was admitted there, and I was studying there 3 years. It means I graduated school like 9 years, and then I was studying in a college, medical college specifically, for the 3 years. That was my first part in my journey of medicine. I graduated college and I became a registered professional nurse at my 18 and a half years. And me and my family just packed everything and moved to United States. We didn't win a green card. We came here as a tourist and started to apply through a different program, through the ASALI program, but it's the topic for a different conversation. As soon as we came to United States, I was not able like right away to go and work as a registered nurse because I have a diploma for my country. Obviously no. You have to evaluate this license and get a degree here in the United States. To get registered professional license in the United States, you have to pass the NCLEX exam, which is the hardest exam I ever known, besides probably which I'm gonna planning taking USMLE. Listen, I came like when I was almost 19 years old. My English was like not really good, still not really good, but like it's better than it was before. At that time I was just able only to talk to my friends, but not study the medicine. First, I found a job for myself as a babysitter. It was a special English talking boy, and I was working there 6 months, and on top of this, like parallel at the same time, I found the private courses. My aunt actually suggested that to me for these people was preparing you to pass the NCLEX exam to become a nurse. And I started attending these courses twice a week and also work as a babysitter. Besides that, you attended the courses twice a week, you have to study every single day at home by your own, do the Kaplan quizzes, a lot of questions, like basically the same what we do right now in medical school. And my first time when I came to these courses, I was so excited till I opened when I opened the book, I was actually so shocked because I understand how much of information I have to know to pass the NCLEX exam. And I understood also that my English is not enough to take this exam, and I was so panicking. And that was a disaster for me, because the knowledge which I had at that point when I just came to United States from my college, it's like me being here right now on Earth, and like knowledge which I supposed to know to pass this exam, like me being on a Mars. It was disaster. When I was reading like lecture notes and I was reading the questions, I have to translate every single word, because I didn't understand like what I was reading about, not talking about like clinical presentation and all that stuff. But within the like 2 months, I think it got easier. While I was attending that courses, at the same time, obviously, I submitted my license for evaluation to the CGFNS, something like this. I'm not particularly remember. And it's usually take like around 1 year to evaluate your license and provide the permission to the person, and the person will be able to take the exam, actual exam. While I was studying and while I was working as a babysitter, my evaluation of my license documents was in the process. After 6 months, I decided that I would like to switch my job and try to find the job somewhere in a medical office, to be a little bit more familiar with the job in a medical office, because I've never been working in a medical office before. I created first my resume and sent it to a lot of medical offices, and I got acceptance from the obstetric and gynecologist clinic of the Dr. Schifrin. And I was so happy and excited. At that point, I applied to a front desk position. I came to the end. I was introduced to a doctor, and we talked. And I told him my story, that I'm a nurse from a different country that came to the United States, and like in the processing of getting my registered professional nurse license. And at that specific point, he was building outpatient clinic to do the small procedures in a clinic, not in a hospital. I started my job as a front desk. I was working like, I think 6 more months, if I'm not mistaken, but my documents were still in the evaluation process. While I was working as a front desk, I paralleled the evaluation of my license to become a medical assistant, because to become a medical assistant, the evaluation take not so long, just like maybe a couple of weeks, and you took online exam and you're good to go. I did that, and I started working in 2 positions at this office, as a front desk and as a medical assistant. And also I was preparing myself for the biggest exam of my life at that specific point. Finally, 2 big news happened. First, I finally passed my NCLEX exam, and I was granted as a registered professional nurse license, and I also has a small experience in the offices and the procedures. And also, my doctor opened outpatient hospital and a new facility, and where he actually required being a registered nurse. And he hired a couple of registered nurses, and also he upgraded my position, and at that specific point I became a professional nurse at outpatient hospital, where we actually do more bigger surgery than we did just only in the office. 2 years I was working as a registered nurse in an outpatient hospital facility, and I was practicing with the pre-operation, how to prepare the patient, also the post-operation, how to take care in an ICU, how to take care of the patient after the procedure, what kind of medication I administer to that patient. Also, I was actually assisting in the operating room a lot of surgeries. We did hysterectomy, we did oophorectomy, we did cystectomy, and a lot of interesting stuff. We still have a big team of doctors, anesthesiologists, 3 gynecologists, nurses, and we're like a little family who always support each other. And I was so thankful and so happy that I was admitted to this family. And I actually can say that I grown up in this office, because I came there as just a front desk at 19 years old. And when I was leaving this office, I already was a registered professional nurse with a medical background and experience. That for me, it's actually I consider as a medical journey, and I'm so happy that I met this doctor who helped me a lot and who taught me a lot, because everything what I know right now, like actually because I was working with doctors in that office. Dr. Schifrin saw my potentials, and he asked me why I still working as a registered nurse and not trying to be admitted to the medical school. At that specific point, I didn't even think about it. I was like, no, with my age, probably I'm supposed to get married and have a baby, and like I probably will get just a nurse practitioner, and that's it. That was I was thinking a couple of years ago. But finally, these people in the office, like, they changed my mind completely, and I'm so happy and so thankful about that. He told me that I have to become a doctor, and that I have so much potential, that I have a hand-eye connection, that I see and understand the oldest medical procedures, which like sometimes like not all residents can understand. And he told me like, go to med school, try to apply. I will start looking for the medical schools, and I start looking for the information how I can be admitted there in the United States and all this stuff. But they told me that I didn't have a bachelor degree yet. I just got an associate degree. And when I came to the few colleges, and they told me I have to start my whole pre-med program again from the beginning, because in the United States, you have to do it from the scratch. If you have to choose being a nurse or being a doctor. If I would like continue my profession as being a nurse, it's going to be only two years left for me to get a bachelor degree and 2 years to get a nurse practitioner. But if I would like to become a doctor, I have to do the whole 4 years pre-med again, despite the fact that I already have a license and that I already have experience. No, they told me that I have to do everything again from the beginning, and then pass the MCAT and go to med school. I didn't have any other options, because my doctor so inspired me that I decided, yeah, I would like to be a doctor. And I was like, I agreed to that, and I started my pre-med program from the beginning. Like, after a few days, I have also another doctor in the office, anesthesiologist, who, by the way, graduated St. George's University as well. And we're still so close friends. Thank you, Dr. Baron Holtz. He advised me to go to his school, St. George's University, because St. George's University accepts medical professions who has already experience. And I was like, I didn't know what I'm supposed to do. He just told me, okay, filled out application, and we will write down the recommendation letter for you, and we will see how it's gonna go. I filled out the application, and I sent my documents to St. George's University, and within 1 week, I got that letter that they really like me, and they accepted me for 5 years MD program, which is like 1 year pre-med and a 4 years MD program. You cannot even imagine how happy I was at that point, because I couldn't even believe if it's really true. Instead of doing altogether like 9 years in the United States, I was signed the paper to do everything for the 5 years, and I was like, yes, girl, you deserved it. And finally, on January 2018, I left New York, and I went to this beautiful island, Grenada, to attend St. George's University to my first year pre-med program. I was so excited, but I was a little bit scared, because I was shocked when I got my schedule, because in one semester I had to take genetics, microbiology with a lab, biochemistry with a lab, health professional communication, research, abnormal psychology and psychiatry, and everything for 4 months. I was because my boyfriend, like, he told me, good luck, babe, you can do it. But like, when I actually sent him my schedule, he just like simply told me, babe, you will die. I was like, thank you for your support. Okay, I mean, he was telling me because like apparently in the United States, like it's a microbiology, genetics, psychiatry, and like biochemistry considered to be really difficult subjects, and no one is taking like actually so a lot of subjects in one semester. But I didn't have an options because you cannot choose the topics which you would like to study. It's just like you got this semester and you have to do it. And I started attending the school, everything was fine, I was so happy till the thingy when I came to the microbiology, and professor, as I still remember, was talking about glycolysis. the glucose fermentation, glucose metabolism in the bacteria, because at the same time, like on another day, we talk the same glucose metabolism in a human population in a biochemistry. And I was just like listening, and I had no clue what they were talking about at all. I couldn't even read this. When I called to my boyfriend and I said, he asked me, babe, what are you studying right now? And I was like, I don't know, some kind of I couldn't even read this correctly. And that was so difficult for me. But yeah, it was so difficult for me to study this subject and the biochemistry and the microbiology because I couldn't understand what they were talking professor about. But eventually I get used to it, and I finished that specific semester with all A's in that subject, and I was so proud. But at this specific point, biochemistry, it's my strongest part, and I'm still the best student in biochem and the physiology. By the way, if you need help, I can help you. Next semester I had to study anatomy with a lab, physiology, molecular biology, health professional communication, next level, and also social medicine, something like this. I don't particularly remember. Okay, and that I finished my pre-med program 1 year. It was kind of extensive program. I passed special exam. It's a PMC, if I'm not mistaken, in our school it's called. And also I took MCAT in the United States when I got back home, and I was admitted finally to medical school. Yay. As of today, I just finished yesterday term 4 of medical school. Today I'm a second year medical student at St. George's University, and I'm so proud to be in that school, and I'm so proud that I'm IEA student. And as you can see through my whole story, that despite the fact, no matter where you were born, like in a third world country or somewhere else, it is possible to follow your dreams. It is possible to become really who you would like to be. Me and my family didn't win a green card, and the $1 million didn't come from the sky to us, at that specific position where we are right now, we actually deserved it, and we got it by doing step by step, going to our goals and dreams. And if I did that, you can do it as well. Trust me. If you are still thinking and you don't know where you are, or you're in the middle of the choices, okay, think carefully, and also set up, if you have a big dream, and you cannot just go to your dream straight full. You have to create a small plan and a step by step, setting up a small goals, and then go for your dream. What I'm doing right now. A couple of years ago, I couldn't even imagine that I'm going to be in a med school, and to be more specific, halfway through already med school. But here I am today, and go for your dream. That's it. Just go for your dream. Go for your goals. And if you really like this video, please thumbs up and put the likes, and please comment at the below. And I'm sorry the video was a little bit late because I had a big exam, but the next video actually come up in 1 week. And subscribe to my channel, and see you next week.